The pancreas is a small but mighty organ located behind the stomach, and it quietly plays one of the most important roles in keeping the body alive and thriving. It regulates blood sugar levels by releasing insulin and glucagon, while also producing enzymes that break down fats, proteins, and carbohydrates during digestion. Despite being so essential, the pancreas often goes unnoticed until something goes wrong. The tricky part is that pancreatic issues can start subtly, with signs that are easy to ignore or dismiss as unrelated discomforts. Yet catching these early warning signs can be the difference between recovery and severe illness. Here are 11 signals your pancreas may be in trouble and why you should take them seriously. Number 1, persistent abdominal pain that radiates to the back. One of the earliest and most telling signs of pancreatic distress is abdominal pain, particularly when it begins in the upper abdomen and radiates toward the back. This discomfort may feel dull and constant, and it often worsens after meals, especially when fatty foods are consumed. Because the pancreas sits deep in the abdomen, its pain is often misinterpreted as indigestion, muscle strain, or even back problems. People sometimes notice the pain intensifying when they lie flat, which can disrupt sleep and make rest difficult. Ignoring this symptom can be dangerous, as it may indicate pancreatitis, chronic pancreatic inflammation, or even the early stages of pancreatic cancer. Recognizing this distinct type of abdominal pain and seeking medical evaluation is crucial. Number 2, unexplained weight loss. When weight loss happens without any effort, it can signal an underlying health crisis. The pancreas produces enzymes that help break down food and absorb nutrients. If the pancreas is damaged or inflamed, it struggles to release these enzymes effectively, leading to malabsorption. The body then fails to fully process calories from food, resulting in unintentional weight loss. This sign is especially concerning because it usually indicates that the pancreas has been under stress for a long period and nutritional deficiencies may follow. People may notice clothes fitting looser or a significant drop in weight on the scale despite eating the same or even more than usual. Any unexplained weight change should always be evaluated, but when paired with digestive issues, it may point directly to pancreatic dysfunction. Number 3, chronic digestive problems. The pancreas plays a starring role in digestion, so when it falters, the entire digestive process can spiral out of balance. People with pancreatic trouble often experience ongoing bloating, cramping, and excessive gas after meals. They may feel full quickly or notice undigested food in their stools. Fat digestion becomes particularly problematic as the pancreas produces lipase, the enzyme responsible for breaking down dietary fats. Without enough lipase, fatty meals linger in the digestive tract, leading to discomfort, loose stools, and deficiencies in fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. These symptoms are often brushed off as lactose intolerance, irritable bowel syndrome, or even stress-related digestion issues. But when they become a regular pattern, they may actually be pointing to a compromised pancreas. Number 4, oily, greasy, or floating stools. One of the most visible red flags of pancreatic trouble shows up in the toilet. Stools that appear pale, oily, greasy, or that float on the water surface are often a sign that fat is not being absorbed properly. This condition, known as steatorrhea, happens when the pancreas cannot produce enough digestive enzymes to break down fat. Along with their odd appearance, these stools tend to be foul-smelling and may leave an oily film that is difficult to flush away. While unpleasant to discuss, this symptom is extremely important as it provides a direct clue about pancreatic insufficiency. People experiencing this regularly should not dismiss it, since it can signal chronic pancreatitis or pancreatic cancer, both of which require immediate attention. Number 5, sudden onset of diabetes or blood sugar swings. The pancreas is the organ responsible for producing insulin, so when it becomes damaged, blood sugar regulation is often the first thing to go off balance. Some people who have never struggled with blood sugar before may suddenly be diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, despite having other typical risk factors. Others may notice wild fluctuations in energy levels with sudden crashes after meals or intense sugar cravings. If you already have diabetes, new challenges in managing blood sugar may arise, even when you are careful with your diet and medications. This instability often indicates that the pancreas is failing to produce or regulate insulin effectively. While diabetes can have many causes, its sudden onset in adults, especially those with no family history, warrants a closer look at pancreatic health. Number 6, yellowing of the skin and eyes, jaundice. Jaundice is one of the most alarming symptoms associated with pancreatic problems, and it's often one of the first visible signs of pancreatic cancer. When the pancreas becomes inflamed, enlarged, or obstructed by a tumor, bile flow from the liver can become blocked. This causes bilirubin, a yellowish substance, to build up in the body, leading to the yellowing of the skin and whites of the eyes. People may also notice dark urine, pale stools, or intense itching along with the discoloration. While jaundice can stem from liver issues as well, it is a common indicator of pancreatic blockage that requires urgent medical evaluation. Acting quickly when jaundice appears is critical, as it often signifies a more advanced stage of pancreatic disease. Number 7, constant nausea and vomiting. Digestive distress caused by pancreatic dysfunction often manifests as ongoing nausea and occasional vomiting. This may be particularly noticeable after meals, especially meals high in fat or protein. The pancreas struggles to produce enough enzymes to handle these foods, leaving the digestive system overwhelmed. Sometimes the nausea is accompanied by bloating and a heavy, uncomfortable feeling in the upper abdomen. In more advanced cases, vomiting becomes frequent and severe, further complicating hydration and nutrition. Because nausea is such a common symptom for many minor illnesses, it is easy to dismiss, but when it lingers without a clear cause, the pancreas should not be overlooked. Persistent nausea is a sign that digestion is compromised and the pancreas may be struggling behind the scenes. Number 8, back pain that doesn't improve. Back pain is one of the most misinterpreted signs of pancreatic distress. Unlike the common aches that come from poor posture or muscle strain, pancreatic-related back pain tends to be deeper, constant, and unaffected by movement or rest. It typically develops in the mid to upper back region and is often described as a gnawing, persistent ache. Many people don't connect back pain to an internal organ like the pancreas, which delays diagnosis and treatment. This type of back pain is especially concerning because it can be a sign of pancreatic inflammation pressing against nearby nerves or even the spread of pancreatic cancer. If back pain occurs alongside other digestive or unexplained symptoms, the connection to pancreatic health becomes much stronger. Number 9, fever and rapid heartbeat. When the pancreas is inflamed due to conditions like acute pancreatitis, the body often responds with systemic symptoms such as fever and a racing heartbeat. These are signals that the body is fighting inflammation and potentially infection. A fever may come on suddenly and can be accompanied by chills, weakness, and profuse sweating. The rapid heartbeat often goes hand in hand, and the body struggles to cope with the stress of inflammation. These symptoms should never be ignored, as acute pancreatitis can escalate quickly into a life-threatening emergency. Immediate medical attention is necessary when fever and tachycardia occur together in the context of abdominal pain or digestive issues. Number 10, loss of appetite and aversion to food. Another subtle yet powerful indicator of pancreatic issues is the sudden loss of appetite. Many people report feeling full after just a few bites or developing an aversion to foods they once enjoyed. This is often because the digestive process becomes so inefficient that the body resists eating to avoid the discomfort that follows. In cases of pancreatic cancer, loss of appetite is one of the earliest systemic signs, sometimes accompanied by an aversion to foods with strong odors. This lack of appetite quickly leads to malnutrition, weakness, and further weight loss. Unlike temporary appetite loss from stress or illness, pancreatic-related appetite changes linger and worsen over time, signaling that something deeper may be wrong. Number 11, extreme fatigue and weakness. Finally, one of the most widespread and overlooked symptoms of pancreatic trouble is relentless fatigue. The reasons behind this exhaustion are multifaceted. The body struggles to absorb nutrients, blood sugar becomes unstable, and inflammation consumes energy reserves. People often describe this fatigue as different from normal tiredness. It feels heavy, constant, and unrelenting, even after a full night's sleep. Tasks that once felt manageable suddenly become draining, and the fatigue can spiral into a cycle of inactivity and further weakness. This symptom often accompanies other signs like weight loss, digestive upset, or pain, creating a picture of systemic breakdown. Chronic fatigue is rarely the only sign of pancreatic problems, but when paired with others, it becomes a significant clue. The pancreas may not get the same attention as the heart, lungs, or brain, but it's just as vital to survive. Its dual roles in digestion and blood sugar regulation mean that when it falters, the body feels the effects in multiple ways, from digestive distress to metabolic imbalance. The 11 signs mentioned here, abdominal pain, weight loss, digestive changes, fatty stools, sudden diabetes, jaundice, nausea, back pain, fever, appetite loss, and fatigue are all important warnings that should never be ignored. While each symptom on its own might not seem alarming, their persistence or combination can be the body's cry for help. Acting quickly by seeking medical advice, making dietary changes, and supporting pancreatic health can make all the difference. Early detection often leads to better outcomes, while delay can allow silent conditions to progress into serious, sometimes life-threatening diseases. Listening to your body and respecting these signs could very well save your life.